Hi, I'm David from London and Home County Safes, and I've been asked a few times about safes from Amazon, so I thought I'd get one and do a video on it. I'm not sponsored by Amazon or anybody else. I did actually buy this with my own money. I bought this on the 28th of March 24, and it was 25% off. I paid $52.49. I had a quick look before I started making the video. It's the 2nd of May 24, and the price today is $69.99. That's the side of the box in case you're interested. Made in China, and it looks like that's the manufacturer, Ningbo Yagi Logistics, and ships to Amazon warehouse in Colville, Leicestershire. If you want one of these, there is a link in the video description to the safe on Amazon. I do get a small commission if you buy one, like 2% or 1% or something like that. But we're going to have a look now and see if it's any good. Okay, so I'm reading this because it's a very long product title. This is the Amazon Basics Steel Security Safe with programmable electronic keypad, secure cache, jewelry, ID, documents, 19.8 litres in black. It comes in 4 different sizes. This is the 19.8 litre version. There's a smaller one at 14 litres, one slightly bigger at 28 litres, and then a larger one at 34 litres. I'll put links to all of them in the video description, actually. Right, the dimensions of this one, it's 18 centimetres high by 37 centimetres deep by 43 centimetres wide. So Amazon claim it weighs just under 9 kilos, 8.98 kilograms. That's the box that it came in. Actually, it was pretty well capped. It's quite substantial padding that was at each end, so I can't criticize the packing on this occasion. So once you get it out, this is what you're looking at, and you need to set it up. So I'm going to do that now. So to commission the safe, to begin with, you need to get it open. It comes locked. It's got these protective bits of felt in there to stop it rattling about in transit, and it comes with its emergency keys. So you've got 2 emergency keys, and they're like what we call a laser cut key. The safe routinely is going to be used with a keypad with a digital code to open it, and that is a little secret door, and the keyhole for those emergency keys are there, or is there, and you need to start by prizing that off carefully, putting the keys in, opening it up, and putting some batteries in. That's really quite easy. It's just a little tab that holds it on there, and that's your keyhole. This is all plastic. The knob is plastic. So key goes in. I mean, it's very floppy and loose and quite rough as it goes in. So what the idea is, you turn the key that way and then you turn the knob that way. I'm doing it with one hand, and then you can open the safe. It's kind of restrained, I suppose, just for packaging on this bit of twine. I'm going to leave it there. I won't change that. We won't be looking at the key much anymore. Inside the safe, you've got a bit of felt for a base. I'm going to set that to one side. You've got your silica gel transport, some expanding anchors for installing it. You're going to have to put batteries in, I guess. Has it got any batteries in there? Nope, so it doesn't ship with batteries. Just grab some AA batteries. We prefer these ever-ready energizers to the Duracells. Duracells, we find these days, leak. And they don't take long before they start leaking, so we prefer these industrial energizer cells. Okay, batteries installed, and you've got to slide the battery cover back on. You need to start like that, and that's it. It really doesn't feel very positive at all. One of the major problems on a lot of cheap safes is the batteries fall out when you shut the door. They fall into the safe, and then you're locked out unless they've got an emergency key like that. With this type of key and the little tubular keys that you get on cheap safes, people just tend to lose them. They don't realise they're of any importance. Let's just read the instructions. You then need to set up a code. So you've got to slide this open again. That's your reset button. It should beep apparently. So that's beeped. Slide the cover shut again. And it's so light it moves around as you do anything because it's not fixed down. Oh, didn't do that quick enough. Okay, one more time. And then you've got to put a new code in and press the hash key. I just want 1, 2, 3, 4 hash. Right, something flash green. Let's see if that's worked. So we've got the safe open at the moment. With any safe with keys, always keep the keys outside the safe. Once you've got the safe, never put them back in the safe. You may need them. So let's lock it. So it's locked, and let's try our code. Yep, that appears to work. Okay, so we've got a code programmed in. Okay, actually, I've decided to set the keys to one side to cut that bit of twine. I couldn't really operate the safe properly. Right, so let's have a look at what Amazon say about this safe and compare it to what I can see. Okay, so the first bullet point is 19.8 litre security safe. I've got an issue with that to begin with, security safe, but more on that later. With electronic lock and 2 emergency override keys, yeah, okay. Steel construction with carpeted floor to protect against scratches and damage, okay. 2 live door bolts and pry resistant concealed hinges. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, 2 bolts, I agree. I don't know what they mean by live. When we use that phrase live, it normally relates to something else in a safe, not the bolts. Safes tend to have good safes. The bolts tend to be revolving so that they can't be cut with a hacksaw. Let me just show you on another safe. Have a look at this safe that I've got just next to me, and you'll see the bolts actually revolve so they can't be cut. The hacksaw won't bite into them, and we definitely don't have that here. They're fixed. That, I think, is steel, that bit, although it looks like plastic. So then they say prise resistant hinges. Well, I'm not sure it's even got hinges, to be honest. I think all it's got are these bolts. There's a bolt like that here and a bolt that, and it's a pivot rather than a hinge. I don't see any evidence of any pry resistance whatsoever. I think it would pry open extremely easily with a crowbar. Contrast that to this safe. As you can see, you've got very large steel hinges and the pivot points are behind the front of the safe. Completely behind. Programmable digital access uses 4 AA batteries. Well, they're using that as a feature that they don't include batteries. 4 bolts included to mount safe to a wall, floor or shelf. Or I don't know how you're going to mount it to a shelf with expanding anchors, but yeah, there are 4 bolts there. My scales are not working, so I can't weigh it, but I would say the weight is accurate, although 8.98 kilograms isn't really what a safe weighs. The smallest safe that we do in this range, excuse the mess here, is this one, and this weighs 25 kilograms, and that's the smallest one, and you get up to almost 60 kilograms for the largest one there, and then there's 2 in between. Spun the safe around, you've got 2 fixing holes on the back and 4 on the base. Look about 8mm diameter to me, something like that. So looking at the construction of it, we've got an extremely wobbly plastic knob. The door, as you pull it backwards and forwards, is very wobbly. To those claims, now they claim that the door thickness is approximately 5 centimeters. Well, that's 50 millimeters. So the door thickness is this, yeah. They're including this, which is probably 5 centimeters, but that's not the door thickness. Let's measure that now. Got my trusty verniers, can you see that? And it's less than 5 millimeters, the door. 4.242223 millimeters thick for the door. For the thickness of the body, well, the way that they've manufactured it by folding it, this is one piece. I can measure that to get the thickness of the body, and that is 2.5 millimeters thick. Quick comparison back over to our safes, and the door is 10 millimeters thick. The door on our safe is made from one solid sheet of 10 millimeter steel, which is cut with a laser, and that means you've got a very, very fine cut that I can barely get my fingernail into. And that means the burglar can't get his crowbar or his screwdriver into there to try and smash it and prise the door open. Contrast that on the Amazon Basics, and you could drive a bus through the gap in the door, so you could get tooling in very, very easily. Didn't show you our thickness, but it's difficult for me to measure it. But if I look at that fixing hole, you can see how thick it is. Our thickness is 5 millimeters. So 5 millimeter body, 10 millimeter door. Okay, my job is not to show people how to break into safes, although there's plenty of people doing that online. There are some, for cheap safes like this, there are a couple of very common techniques. One of them is called bumping. You'll find that all over the place on the website, where you bump the safe by banging it or dropping it if it's not screwed down to get the solenoid to jump. You can open almost any cheap safe. I've got all this hall of shame here in that manner. This one I tried for 5 minutes. I normally get anything open that's vulnerable to that in 2 minutes or less, and it didn't come open. So I think they probably covered that. It's been known in the safe industry for 20 years about solenoid bumping, so I think this safe seems to have some protection against that. As far as bypassing it by picking the lock, I'm not going to show you picking the lock. I personally don't agree with that. I've been objecting to that on YouTube since YouTube began, but it picked open in 2 minutes and we were in. But that's not what the burglar's going to do. The burglar's going to try and prise it open by jamming a big screwdriver or a big crowbar into here or here and prise it open, and yes, it will come open quite easily. Or they're going to get a massive hammer, a big club hammer, and just smash and smash, and what will happen is the door will just cave in. The door will cave in, the bolts will pull out of their position, safe's destroyed, and it's open. So in conclusion, I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm saying if you buy it and you know what it is, this, for me, this is more of a sort of public service video, then it's okay if you want somewhere to keep something away from prying eyes, perhaps for a child who wants to, have a little money box, that type of thing. These safes are okay for that. Or maybe just, you're concerned about visitors in your house and, grabbing something. I don't know why you should be, but if you are, then yeah, this might serve a purpose. But in terms of burglary resistance for storing your valuables, no, it doesn't have any. On the manual, Amazon Basics, you've got, security safe, and it's in several languages for security safe. Cassaforte in Italian and Spanish and German, Tresor. Personally, and Amazon do it, everyone does it. I don't believe the word safe should be there, because safe implies it's safe, and there is no safety with this at all. So if you want to know more about the safes our safes that I've been showing you there, there's a link to the video now in the top right hand corner all about those safes. I'm updating that video soon. There's also a link to it at the end of this video. And this is us, London and Home County Safes, on londonsafes.co.uk. So we supply and install safes in that area, sort of London and the home counties and a bit beyond, but we supply the whole country for shipping only. We can't offer our installation service outside of London and the home counties, but we can deliver anywhere on the mainland. Check out our website. If you've got any questions, please drop them in the comments section, or you can contact us. We've got a chat on our website, londonsafes.co.uk. We've got WhatsApp, email, telephone number, whatever you need. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please like and subscribe. And now a little cartoon video about our services. Thanks for watching.
Free delivery and free installation. Your safe will be delivered and professionally installed by one of our own vetted employees who will arrive in an unmarked vehicle. Get in touch online or call us on 0800 711 7892.